Hello students, welcome back to Akshar IT Foundation classes. I am your chemistry faculty S. Mohan. Students, 7th class chemistry. So here already we started a topic that is changes around us, right? So in this already we discussed what is meant by the change and how the changes are very important to us, and we discussed about the different types of changes like desirable, undesirable, slow and fast changes, temporary, permanent, reversible, irreversible. Till here we discussed, students, and today we need to discuss about the physical change and chemical change. Means the changes in chemistry mainly classified into two types called as a physical change and chemical change. Okay. So what is a physical change and what is a chemical change? So physical change means what? If there is a change in the physical properties, change in the physical properties, right? So what are the physical properties? Like size, shape, okay, these are comes under the physical properties. Okay, state also comes under the physical property. So if there is a change in the physical properties, okay, so here you see, students, here there are some properties. More generally, that properties are classified into two types. One are called physical properties, okay, and the second one are called chemical properties. Okay, in chemistry generally physical properties means what we say are size, okay, shape, okay, state, etc. These type of changes, if they occur, then we can say that these are the physical properties. Okay, and chemical properties examples what we can give: composition. Composition means what? How it is made up of, right? How do they change? Okay, like when how do they react? Okay, so with other elements. So that about the chemical properties. Okay, so here changes are of two types called as a physical change and a chemical change. Now I'll explain you example like physical change and chemical change. So as you see the water, right? Best example is water. In which state the water exists? Liquid, right? So water is exist in liquid state. Okay, liquid state. Now for example, students, if I freeze the water, if I freeze the water, if I put in the refrigerator for some time, then what happens? It turns into ice. It turns into ice, right? Now here water is in liquid state, but ice is in solid state. Okay, so liquid to solid. Yes. Now if I take out the ice again out of the refrigerator, then what happens? Again it becomes a water. Yes or no? Now similarly, if I heat the water, if I boil the water, then water becomes vapor. So vapor means water, gaseous state, right? If I condense, do you know what is the condensation? Right. If we condense, again the gas turns into the liquid, right? So the meaning is what here? Now, you are in 7th class, so I hope you know that the formula of water. The formula of water is what? H2O. H2O is the formula of water. Correct? Now, if this water, if I freeze it, this becomes ice. Then what is the formula of ice? H2O. Right? Now, if I boil the water, it turns into what? Vapor. What is the formula of water vapor? H2O. The meaning is water. There is no change in the composition, students. Okay, water is made up of two hydrogens and one oxygen, right? So here in the water also H2O, vapor also H2O, ice also H2O. Means what? There is no change in the composition. Then where is the change? Change in the state. Liquid state to gaseous state to liquid state to solid state. Only there is a change, right? So this type of changes are called physical change. Okay, and observe here, once for example if you change the water, means if you convert the water into ice, does it permanently remains in the state of ice only? No, again it come back. Okay, only till if you freeze it, it will be in the form of ice. If once you bring out the refrigerator, if you change the conditions, again it turns into the liquid. The meaning is what? It is a temporary change. Temporary means what? Not permanent. Okay, it is a temporary change and no change in the composition. Such changes are called physical change. Okay, they are reversible. Reversible means what? Again it can come back. Already we discussed, right? So that is about the physical change. So say students here, physical change. Okay. What is here? What a wow here. Ice cream is there. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Chalo. This is a ice cream is there. So ice cream is, you know that ice cream exists in solid state. But I think this ice cream is kept under sunlight. Okay. So what's happening here? See, ice cream is melting. So it's becoming from solid to liquid state. Right. Now this liquid, if you collect here, which is converting into liquid, again if you defreeze it, can again it convert into ice? Yes, again and again it becomes a ice cream. So change in the physical state, right? Now here you see a second picture, water. Water is boiling, so water is converting into vapor. And now for example, if you hold this vapor, okay, and if you cool it, again does it convert into liquid? Yes. Example, rain, water cycle. I think you might have learnt in the lower classes, 6th class. So this is a physical change. Okay, so what are the properties of the physical change, students? Yes, here a physical change affects only the physical properties like shape, size and state, etc. Right? When a substance undergoes physical change, its composition remains the same. Means what? It do not change its composition. Okay, how it is made up of. And physical change is temporary, only temporary, right? And if the physical change, no new substance is forming, and physical change is easily reversible. So here this ice in solid state, it's melting, converting it liquid, again you put in the fridge, again it becomes the ice cream. So easily reversible. Original substance can be recovered very easily. And some example for the physical changes are freezing of water, melting of wax, boiling of water, etc. This is all about the physical change. Clear? Now what is the chemical change? Exactly opposite. So chemical change means what? There is a change in the composition, a new substance will form. What is formed here? New substance is formed. Again it cannot be turned into back. For example, let's take one paper. Okay, so paper, and if you burn the paper, paper burns and becomes an ash. Okay, can you convert this ash again into the paper? No, this is completely irreversible. Okay, so here this paper is burning in presence of oxygen forming the ash, right? So this type of changes are called the chemical change. Okay, so chemical change generally we see in the chemical reactions. Okay, so here you see students here chemical change. So what's happening? Chalo here. Wood, I give the paper example, here wood is given. So if when we heat the wood, then what happens? Wood becomes an ash. So when wood is mainly consists of carbon, students, what it consists of? Carbon. On burning the carbon in presence of oxygen, what it forms? Carbon dioxide. I think you might have learned this one. Okay. So carbon, when burned in oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide. And can you convert this carbon dioxide again into carbon oxygen? No. Once it's converted, that's all. Right. So this is a chemical change. Right. So when a substance undergoes a chemical change, its molecular composition is changed. Here you have taken carbon individually, oxygen individually, but it formed the carbon dioxide where the composition is completely changed. A new substance is formed here, ash. New substance is formed. Right? A chemical change is a permanent. Permanent is what? Again, it cannot be returned back. Okay. Now, chemical change in both the physical and the chemical properties. So, there will be a change in the physical and the chemical properties. For example, see here carbon and oxygen both are reacting. So, these are called as a reactants. You know, we'll discuss in the next topic. Chemical reaction is we'll discuss their reactants. So, here it is a solid, here it is a gas. But carbon dioxide is what? Gas. So, solid is converting into the gas, right? So, solid is converting into the gas. So, the meaning is what? There is a physical change is there and a chemical properties. There is a change in the physical as well as chemical properties. Next, a chemical change is always accompanied by the one or more new substance. So, new substances forming here, that is carbon dioxide. And chemical changes are irreversible. Mostly they are irreversible. Irreversible means what? Which we cannot be converted back. For example, just we told you that, can you convert this carbon dioxide again into wood? No. So it is irreversible. And few examples are that digestion of food. So you are eating the food, so that will get digested and it will be converted into energy, and you utilize this energy to perform so many works. Again, can you convert this digested food into normal food? No, it's not possible. Burning of coal, of course this one. And rusting, you know the rusting? Iron, when it's exposed to the moisture air, then iron in presence of moisture it reacts with the oxygen and it forms a rust. Can you convert again the rust into pure iron? No. Okay, so these are the chemical changes. Did you understand the chemical change? Okay, so physical change and the chemical change. Chalo, here identify the some physical and chemical changes. Here some pictures are given. Combustion. Combustion means what? Burning in presence of oxygen. Does it have physical change or chemical change? Good. So it's a chemical change. It's what here? Chemical change. So here it is chemical. Okay. Now rotting of fruit. Fruit rotted. Again, can you convert it to fresh fruit? No. So this is also chemical change. Melting. Yes. This is a physical change. We can it back. And shredding. This also, like we cannot convert. So it's a chemical change. And rusting. It's a chemical change. Digestion, chemical change. Boiling, physical change. Chopping, actually, there's no change in the physical properties. Here also, there's no change in the physical properties, but we can just chopping here. So we can give this as a irreversible physical property, physical change. This is also physical change. Okay, so this is about the physical change and the chemical change. Our next topic is about the chemical reactions. Okay, students, so we'll stop with this today. Right? Chemical change. That's chemical reactions we discuss in the next class. Take care. Bye.